Good morning, team. Justin here. Hope you're having a really good day today. A quick Google Flights search is going to show tickets from New York to Paris for about at least $500. And then it gets even worse if you have to fly farther. Tickets from Atlanta to Rome are going to cost at least $700. And then that's one way. A round trip ticket's going to cost you about $1,000. But lucky for us, we make smart financial decisions. We put all our spending on a credit card. We rack up a whole bunch of magical credit card reward points that we can redeem for travel to Europe. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to unlock the value of these credit card reward points by looking at a few different ways that we can redeem them for flights to Europe. If you're new to the channel, I'm Justin and I like talking about credit cards and reward points to get the most out of life. If you like credit cards and reward points, you should give this video a thumbs up and you should subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. We'll start off with American Airlines because when we first get started with credit card reward points and transferring to transfer partners, some of these airlines, these foreign carriers, we haven't heard of those before, and we feel a little safer and more comfortable sending our points to airlines that we do know, like American Airlines or United. Now, American Airlines uses an award chart, and it categorizes anywhere in the United States, the continental 48 states, as your outbound departure region. And then you choose the region that you want to go, and there's going to be a few different levels of Saver Award pricing on the points. So the award chart's going to look a little something like this. From the United States main cabin to Europe, you can get a ticket as low as 22,000 points. And then we have different levels of award ticket pricing. So as low as 22,000 and as high as 65,000 points for an economy class ticket. Business can be around 57,000 points and as high as 135,000, while first class is 85,000 to 175,000 points. So when you're on the American Airlines website, you want to go here to redeem miles, and you'll find this chart by clicking on Award Travel. But we also have this miles finder map, and this is very handy. This allows us to pick whatever airport that we want, and it'll give us a more specific cost of points. And it's also going to give us a range, and it'll show us a map to show how many points it'll cost. So we don't want to look over there. We want to look over in Europe. But what we're looking at here is round trip. So we have New York to Paris, 45,000 points, and that's going to be round trip in economy. Then London, 52,000 points plus $371 in taxes and fees. These are both round trip. All these are going to be round trip. American Airlines is an airline that you may be more familiar with, but on the downside, they do charge a little more in taxes and fees. And to earn American Airlines points, the only transfer partner is Citi. Citi can transfer the Citi thank you points to American Airlines, or you could get the American Airlines cards that Citi offers. Second airline we have on the list is United. United's good because it does not charge much in taxes and fees. You can get to Europe for about $5.60 after your points. It also has really good Saver Award availability for economy class. It is a bit harder to find Saver Award availability for business and first class, and the price and points for business and first class are a bit higher, but it is really easy to use. Go to the website here. We have JFK to Frankfurt, and we'll just go one way. Click book with miles, look at economy class, and we'll look at November and find flights. So you see New York to Germany, 30,000 points, $5.60 in taxes and fees, and that's for premium, business, all of it is $5.60. But then when you get to premium economy and business, we have 155,000 points for business, and that's a lot of points when considering that economy is just 30,000 points. They don't have an award chart anymore, so you just kind of have to look at this and see what they give you. And then we can look at flexible calendar. We have a calendar view, so it's going to show us what dates are more affordable. United is good because they do have good economy class availability. United is also an award partner of Chase, so you can transfer your ultimate reward points over to United, or you could even get the United cards that are offered by Chase. Now we'll talk a little bit about Iberia. Iberia is part of the Star Alliance, but they're also teamed up with British Airways and Aer Lingus using the Avios miles. This is a good currency to get you to Europe because there are 3 different airlines that are all sharing the Avios miles. Plus, you can transfer points to Iberia from American Express, City, or Capital One. And then any British Airways points or Aer Lingus points, they're all interchangeable with Iberia. Iberia does have decent award availability, and they give you the option, if you don't have enough points, to pay more with cash. So we want to go here to travel, and where's it at? Fly with Avios. Now we want to pick Fly with Avios because if we just go to search flights, that's going to be Iberia flights only. But when we book with Avios, then that allows us to book with partner airlines. So we'll take a look at Chicago to Madrid, December 10th, and we'll see what we have. So it looks like we have one ticket, 22,000 Avios points from Chicago to Madrid. We'll pay $89.83, or what is this? This is euros. About 90 euros from Chicago to Madrid one way. Let's see if we can find a business class. Then we look at monthly view of flights, and this is also going to give us a little better idea of if we may be booking on the wrong day. Finding a business class ticket from Chicago to Madrid on January 11th would cost us $62,750 and then 900 euros in taxes and fees. Now, this is something that you need to be aware of because this is operated by British Airways, and British Airways is notorious for charging a lot in taxes and fees. And British Airways is like a sister company of Iberia. So if you are going to book, you need to try to find an award ticket that's not operated by British Airways, and that'll be a little difficult since they do share a lot of, I think they're under the same parent company, so they share a lot of resources. So a lot of these business class tickets that are on here, they are operated by British Airways, so you have to be aware of those taxes and fees when booking with them. Another good option we have is using Avianca LifeMiles. Avianca is an airline based out of Colombia, but just because it's based out of Colombia doesn't mean that it can't get us to Europe, because it's part of the Star Alliance and it's partnered up with all these different airlines. And that means we can book award tickets through Avianca and fly on all these different airlines to get to Europe. Now, flying from JFK to London is going to cost you about 20,000 points in economy class. And flying to Frankfurt is going to cost you 24,000 points. And it's kind of funny because you're flying on Lufthansa Airlines on both tickets. And to fly to London, you actually fly and have a layover in Frankfurt and then back to London. And the Frankfurt ticket is going to be a little more expensive, but it's going to be a little shorter. Then the business class ticket to Germany to Frankfurt is going to cost 63,000 points and only $25 in taxes and fees. And Avianca does not pass on a lot of taxes and fees on their award tickets. You also transfer American Express, Capital One points, and City points to your Avianca LifeMiles account. Next up on the list is Air Canada and their Aeroplan program. They recently revamped the program, making it much more rewarding, and they also issued a really good card by Chase, the Aeroplan card, which is a $95 card. Aeroplan does not pass along fuel surcharges, and they also allow stopovers and open jaws on their award tickets for a few extra points. So you can do a lot of fun things with these kind of points in the Aeroplan program. Aeroplan award chart is broken up into zones, so you'll have a North America zone and a Europe zone, and then mileage based in between the two. Economy 0 to 4,000 points on Air Canada is going to be between 35 to 60,000 points, and first class 90,000 to 180,000 points, and then it's just based off mileage after that. But lucky for us, we have this handy dandy mileage calculator to help us determine how many points it's going to cost to get to where we want to go. So if we look for Germany or New York to, we can say Frankfurt, and it will be somewhere around 35,000 points on Air Canada and partner airlines for economy class, and then somewhere around 90,000 points for first class. Something like 40,000 points to Rome economy, 100,000 points in first class. To book travel, we want to go to Airplan, redeem points, redeem flight awards. Make sure we have book with Aeroplan clicked and our date, and let's take a look. So we have a few prices here. We have around 40,000 points, about 15 Canadian dollars taxes and fees for economy class. We have some business class. We have, 276, that's a lot of points. We would never pay that much. Here we have 70,000 points for mixed cabin, but how much of that is mixed? Only 14% of this flight is business class. This flight here, JFK to Rome, is 70,000 points, 90 Canadian dollars in taxes and fees, and it looks like 100% of this is business class. Now, if we want to do something like have a layover in Munich, I think it costs 5,000 points to stay a few days in Munich and have a stopover so we could explore Munich in the meantime before we move on to Rome. You can transfer points from American Express, Capital One, and Chase, and now also built to the Aeroplan program. So there's pretty easy ways to earn a bunch of points for Aeroplan travel. I know for some people traveling overseas is very difficult, especially in the United States, because the price of the tickets can be so expensive. But with the right credit cards and just putting your normal everyday spending on your cards, you can rack up points and redeem for travel and be able to go to these places like Europe, go to Germany or Rome or Paris or London or Spain. And that's really easy between sign-up bonuses on cards and then putting your spending on cards with the right multipliers to rack up enough points. So I hope you get some value out of this video. If you did, I'd really appreciate thumbs up, really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Then I want you to go buy a ticket to Europe and have a good day, all right? Justin out.